So with respect to our last class, we have discussed what is a throw keyword, how to use that particular throw keyword for working with a customized exception class, right? So with respect to last class, we have a coded one small example, which was displaying a too young and a too old kind of exceptions based on a age whatever you were specified. So let us first understand what is a program statement, then we will see the program. Okay. So what a program statement is saying is you need to have a class account with a minimum balance of 1,000 rupees, right? So I already told you in the last class, according to this particular requirement, you can have a one constructor in this particular class. So what is the purpose of a constructor? It is used for initialization of your instance variable, right? So now what I'll do, I'll take a one variable which I'll keep it as a balance. So once account has been created, I'll make sure that 1,000 rupees has been added for that particular account, right? So I said that with respect to this particular part, I'll be going with the constructor. Clear? Now what I need to do is I have to perform two methods. One is with respect to deposit, and I need to have one more method with respect to withdraw. Okay, so whenever there is a less balance, there need to be a less balance exception need to be raised, right? So I need to have a user defined exception class which is called as less balance exception, right? So clearly we require two classes. One is user defined exception class, that is a less balance exception, and another class is nothing but account class, which will be having a one constructor, one deposit method, one withdraw method, right? So after doing all these things, you should have a class defined which should have a main method also, right? So from the main method, you can insert a values into account, remove a values from the account. So if a balance is less than 1,000, then it has to throw you an exception saying that less balance exception, right? So this is the overall idea of your program that we are going to type now, right? So here is just a prototype I have typed already. Okay, so according to our requirement, let me create a suitable classes, right? So what are the things we require? We require one customized or a user defined exception class, which is a less balance exception, right? Class less balance exception extends. You can take a exception class or you can take a runtime class also, right? So whenever a throw followed by this particular exception has been created, that means when you are creating object with respect to throw, correct? So there should be a constructor executed. So I am using that particular constructor. If you were clear with the last program, you will be having a better idea what are the things I am writing, right? So why we wrote a super of a message? Because we wanted our exception need to be printed by a print stack trace. Clear? Yes. So we are done with the one particular class, that is user defined less balance exception class. Hope no doubts should be there with respect to this particular class definition. If I get a quick acknowledgement, then we will go with the class account. Nothing I have done with respect to previous example, whatever we have discussed, we have written a two young exception, right? So instead of a two young exception, now you have a less balance exception. Clear with this point means, then we will start with creating a account class. Can we go with account class? Yes. Now class account, right? So with respect to class account, what are the things we have discussed? We said that first we need to have a constructor. Okay, so what is the purpose of a constructor? Purpose of a constructor is to initialize instance variable of this particular account. What is our instance variable? Let me take our instance variable as something like a balance. I'll write in a shortcut BAL. Right. Now, whenever object of account has been created, right, balance should be 1000, right? So what is the thing we have done? Whenever account has been created, then the balance should be 1000 rupees. Are we done with our constructor? Anything need to be done with respect to constructor? Enough, right? Right. Now we will write a method which is called as deposit, right? So whatever a value you pass, whatever amount you pass, that need to be added with respect to my balance. Do I need to check any condition for inserting amount? No, right? While withdrawing, I need to check whether it is crossing my minimum balance or not. While depositing, nothing need to be checked, I think. Easily you can deposit. Yes. Now, after a amount has been entered, my new balance will be your old balance plus amount. Right? So amount is nothing but whatever amount you say to deposit. Correct? So your new balance will be your old balance plus amount. Shall we proceed with withdraw method? Yes. Now, void withdraw, right? So whatever amount you specify, that much amount need to be withdrawn. Whatever amount you specify, that particular amount need to be withdrawn. Correct. Now, while withdrawing amount, do I need to cross check whether if I withdraw this particular amount, whatever has been specified by the argument, is it going to reduce my balance or what? That I need to cross check, right? Correct. So what is my intention is, before I perform a withdraw operation, I need to check whether is it feasible to withdraw or what. Clear? Now what I will do is, I will take a one variable which is called as total. You consider that I have written a some double T. So the value of a T is equal to whatever balance you have minus the amount whichever you wanted to withdraw. Right? So I'm just calculating. I'm just taking a variable called a T instead of, so means without taking this T also you can do, but just for understanding the things in a simpler fashion, I have taken a one variable called a T. So I am making balance minus amount. That means whatever is the balance presently I have minus whatever the amount you are expecting to withdraw. Right? So if this value is less than 1000, right? So if this particular value is less than 1000, then I have to raise an exception called less balance exception. Clear? Shall we write a code for that? Yes. If the value of a T is less than 1000, right? So what has to be done? You have to throw new less balance exception, right? So some message need to be passed. So I will write something as low balance, or a minimum balance need to be maintained. Minimum balance need to be maintained, right? Okay. Now, else if this is not the case, right? If a total is So means after minusing my amount to be withdrawn, if it is not crossing 1,000, right? So then I can update my whatever is the balance of mine, right? Clear till this point, right? So what I was saying is, if a amount, if it is crossing 1,000, that means if it is less than 1,000, you need to print this particular message. If not, if that is not the case, you can update your balance, which is equal to your previous balance minus whatever the amount you wanted to withdraw. Clear? Right. Now, after a withdraw, if you wanted to display a message saying that after withdraw, this is the amount that is remaining with respect to your account, so you can print that particular message here. System.out.println, uh, one second, balance after withdraw is double quote finished plus whatever the balance is, that particular value, right? So closed my else, closed withdraw method, done with the things, right? Clear? Huh. Along with these methods, you can have a one more method, which is something like check balance. This method you can call. So once you call this particular method, whatever is the present value of a balance, that can be reflected, right? So this is just a method for checking a balance in my account. Clear? Shall we check whether the things are working fine or not? Let me revise what are the things I have done. I have created customized less balance exception class by extending exception. Oh, one second. Here I am extending the exception, right? That means I am creating this less balance exception, either a checked exception or unchecked exception. When I am extending exception, what kind of a class it will become? Checked exception class or unchecked exception class? Checked exception class. When you are throwing an exception with respect to checked exception class, whether this particular statement, that means this particular throw new exception, right? So these statements should be in a try catch block, right? That is what we have discussed completely yesterday, right? We said that when you are extending, when you are making your class as your checked exception, then those statements need to be included under try catch block. So this is a close of else where I will close my try block, right? So catch, you can catch the same exception, copy, paste, I'll write it as L, right? So with respect to catch block, I will just print whatever is the content of my L. Print ln of whatever is the value of L. Right. I was summarizing. Clear. I have created my less balance exception, checked exception customized class. Clear. Right. With respect to account class, I wanted to do few aspects, that means a few things need to be done. So minimum balance is 1,000, so I made whenever account has been created, I have initialized the balance with 1,000. This is constructor with respect to account class. Then with respect to deposit, what I have done, whatever amount you are going to pass, that amount, whatever is the previous balance, I am adding that particular amount, right? Done. Third method, second method. Okay. So second method is a withdraw method. With respect to withdraw method, whatever amount you have passed, that particular amount I am withdrawing from an existing amount, right? So when I am performing a withdraw, I am just checking if balance is less than 1,000 or what. right? If a balance is less than 1000, that means if a total remaining is less than 1000, I am throwing an exception, something like this. If this is not the case, I am updating my balance, which is equal to balance minus amount, right? So now this particular amount can be withdrawn my existing balance. So new balance will be your old balance minus whatever amount you have withdrawn, right? So if amount is less than 1000, you are going to raise an exception. So that particular exception will be caught by catch block. So whatever is the content of L, that will be displayed. Clear? Now, if you want to check a balance of your account, you can write, so means you can call this particular method to check the balance of your account, right? So keep these things in mind. Now from the main method, we will write a few instructions, right? So what are those instructions? Observe carefully. Account A1 is equal to new account. I have created account now. If any spelling mistakes are there, please let me know. Now, once account has been created, let me check what is the balance of that particular account. System.out.println, right? So how to check a balance? I can call a1 dot check balance. I'm not depositing anything, I'm not withdrawing anything. I just wanted to check whether that particular constructor is under execution or not. Java C lab5 demo.java, spelling mistakes, BAL capital B, cannot find a symbol. A1 dot check, how come? One second. Generally methods should be with a small letter, so there itself in a class definition I will change that. Okay. Compiled fine. Yes, it is showing balance as a 1000. That means constructor is executing fine now. Okay, so no problem with respect to constructor now. Right. So with respect to A1, let me perform something like a deposit. Right. So let us add some 1000 rupees for our account. Right. So after adding 1000, let us just cross check whatever is the balance, right? So and keep one more thing in mind, we are not dealing with a database. That means every time when you are executing these instructions, everything will be done from the scratch itself, from the starting, right? If you want to have a persistent value, then accounts need to be, that means these balances need to be maintained with respect to DB, right? So we are not implementing a DB application, we are just using a normal objects. So whenever you rerun the program, so values will be reinitialized again. Right. So now what will be output is, initially here it will show you 1000 as a balance because you are creating account A1 once again. So after that 1000 will be deposited. So after that here with respect to this particular statement, you will be getting output as a 2000, right? So first it will be 1000, then it will be a 2000. So that will be your output, right? So 1000 rupees has, so means this is the balance when you have created account. Then after the depositing of 1000 rupees, this is a new balance, right? So total balance is 2000 after a deposit, right? So here instead of passing 1000 directly, you can create a scanner object. So using a scanner object, you can ask a user how much to withdraw. So you can pass that particular argument here. Hope you can understand my statements, right? That means instead of passing 1000 directly, you can ask a user to enter amount to be withdrawn. So that particular amount you can pass as an argument. right? So can be done. Now we need to raise that particular exception, right? So we will just check. See, after doing all these things, that means after depositing 1,000, so my account balance became a 2,000 now, right? So when it had become a 2,000, so from that particular account, right? So let me withdraw how much amount? Some 1,500. Right. So what is the balance at this particular situation? So means at this particular point the balance is a 2,000, right? So from a 2,000 I wanted to withdraw 1,500, right? So is it feasible to withdraw 1,500? Let us just cross check. Will it allow us to withdraw that particular balance, or will it throw some exception? Compiled, fine. See, 1,000 for a constructor, 2,000 after deposit. When you are withdrawing, it is saying less balance exception. Minimum balance need to be maintained. That means it is raising exception, saying that if you are withdrawing 1,500, then it means account will be having a lesser balance than a minimum amount. So it is raising the exception for you. Right? So with respect to lab manual, I am telling you, see here exception is showing less balance exception colon minimum balance need to be maintained, right? So this particular minimum balance need to be maintained is considered as a message with respect to exception, because that is the argument which you are passing with respect to exception, right? So minimum balance need to be maintained. If you want only this message need to be printed, not a class name. This is a class name, right? So how output is printing now? So it is printing your class name followed by whatever message you have passed, right? If your requirement is you don't want to print this particular class name, if you want to print only this particular message, what you can do is this particular statement is with respect to catch block, right? So here, so means instead of just writing a L, you can write L dot get message. This is the method with respect to that particular exception object, right? So if I'm using L dot get message, the class name will not be printed. So this is the class name of that particular exception, right? So this particular class name will not be printed, just a message will be printed. I'll just show you what is the difference if I'm using L dot get message. See, previously it was showing you message something like less balance exception, minimum balance need to be maintained, right? So class name followed by message. Now when I use the L dot get message, it is just displaying me a message, and the class name it is not a display, right? So if you don't want a class name to be displayed, you can go with a L dot get message. This has been written with respect to lab manual, so I have explained this particular message to you. Is that clear with respect to program? Any questions? Whether we have used all our methods, we have used a constructor, we have used a check balance method, we have used a deposit method, we have used a withdraw method also, right? So and we have raised that particular exception also. Okay, so whatever the things we have created with respect to other classes, we are using everything here. Clear with the program? Right. With respect to manual, I'll just show you the program with respect to manual. I'll just show you the comparison. What is the difference between my program and that program? It's almost the same. So, but with respect to that particular manual, here I have taken only one account. So there they have taken two accounts, right? Here I have passed a value directly. So, but there they have created a scanner object. So using a scanner object, they have read a value, and based on whatever a user has been entering, so that has been withdrawn from that particular account, right? So I'll display a program for you once you just cross check, and these variable names might be different. So here I have taken a balance as a BAL. So in a lab manual they might have taken a minimum balance, that is mini bal, right? So I'll just display you that particular document. So you just go through that particular document. If you have any questions, you can ask those questions. We'll display part by part. Okay, so this is your less balance exception extending a exception class, right? So which is having a constructor which is having a message for a super, right? So we have taken a string of a MSG, that is a message. So here they have taken a string yes, right? Some object name. Clear? Done. With respect to class account, everything is the same. I told you already I have taken a variable as a bal, so here they have taken as a min bal, right? So constructor initializing the value of a balance, clear? So then whatever amount you are going to pass, that will be deposited with respect to deposit method, correct? Now whatever the amount you say to withdraw, right? So that particular amount will be withdrawn by checking a condition if that particular value balance is less than 1000 or what. If it is less, then a suitable exception will be raised with respect to that particular message. If not, then only the balance will be updated, right? So as this particular less balance exception is your checked exception, so you are enclosing that one in a try block and a suitable catch block has been written, right? So with respect to catch block, you can directly write a L. If you are writing a L directly, it will print a class name followed by whatever a message you are passing here. So if you don't want a class name to be displayed, you can write a L dot get message, right? Same thing has been written with respect to catch block. So I wrote a method called a checkbal. So here there is a method called a balance, right? So this is your main method, right? So here they are creating a two accounts, right? Creating a two variables, one to store deposit amount and another to store withdrawal amount, right? Scanner object has been created. So minimum balance of account, just a cross checking what is the minimum balance, what is the present balance of your account. Enter amount to be deposited. So that particular amount whatever you are going to enter, so that will be stored in a variable called a DEP, right? So while depositing, I have written a1 dot deposit of 1000. So here it will not be a1 dot deposit of 1000, rather whatever amount you will be reading from the user, right? So after a deposit, balance inquiry, they have written system.out.println statement for every operation, right? So with respect to, so means with respect to account one, till this particular point you will be having a deposit and a withdraw, deposit and a withdraw with respect to account number one. With respect to account number two, again the same process will repeat. Checking the minimum balance, depositing some amount into account 2. After deposit, check balance. Then you ask for a withdrawal amount. So after withdraw, whatever is the amount, that particular amount. Clear with the program? So means with respect to main method, you feel like so many instructions have been written. So the purpose of all those instructions I told you. First we'll check a balance. Later it will ask for a prompting of a amount to be deposited. After a deposit, what is the balance it will display. Then it will ask a pop-up message for a amount to be withdrawn. So if it is not less than 1000, so it will show you that particular amount, whatever has been withdrawn, right? So any doubts with respect to this particular program? Understood throw keyword. And today I'll be making a one assignment with respect to Google Classroom, and till Sunday, till Sunday, you will be having a time for checking this particular program, execute it thoroughly, do all the trial and error methods. Once you are sure perfect with the things, then only prepare a document and upload in that particular Google Classroom, right? So I'll not be taking any further topic at today's session. So because next we need to discuss what is called as the throws keyword. So it takes some description and examples to be explained. So I don't wanted to go with that particular throws. If you have any questions with respect to this particular program, whatever we have discussed, you can post those questions in the chat box. I will wait for 5 minutes for answering those questions. If you don't have a questions, you can leave the session. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. I already told you I'll be sharing this particular document, whatever document I have shown you. So I'll be creating a Google Classroom assignment also. Be clear with the recording first. I'll be sharing recording also. Be clear with the recording first. Execute a program. Try to do a program without seeing any instructions also. Once everything is fine, then only prepare a report and upload the things in a Google Classroom.